So if you want to grow tomatoes, you either buy the plants, put them in the ground, or maybe big pots, or maybe if you want a certain type, you buy the seeds. I almost always just buy the seeds because the plants are a lot better when you grow them from seeds. You get the variety that you want. You have a lot of choices. Where if you want plants, you're much more limited in your choices, and then you may not even find what you want. But you may not have known this, but you can also take cuttings from your tomato plants, and that's what I'm going to do today. I've done this before, and to show you how successful it was, I had 2 tomato plants here, and the one that was in this spot here that's been replaced by this little one was one that I bought at Strange's Nursery because I wanted to get the jump on the season. It's been just a cool spring and rainy, and so they had plants that already had tomatoes on it, and I put that plant in there and then harvested most all the tomatoes. The plant started looking pretty bad. It was like stunted, really, not even much bigger than that, and next to this nice big burpy 4th of July. So what I did is I just took a little cutting and then put it in soil. Don't put it in water, put it in soil, and potting soil, and keep it in a sheltered area because if you bake it in the sun, it's not going to be happy. You have to let the roots grow and then let it get used to the sun. But anyway, today I'm going to do the same thing because I have some other areas where I could put another tomato plant now that I've harvested a few things and have some more space. I have to decide, do I want another Juliet, in which case I could take a cutting, say right here, and cut off the see the little flowers right there that are going to form. You'd want to cut off any flowers or any fruit. You'd be better off not getting one that already has tomatoes on it, but something nice and tender. This would be a good one too. Anything with new growth would be good, and maybe, I don't know, 5 inches long at the longest, or look and see what you have. But actually I was thinking maybe I would just go with the jelly bean. I've got 2 Juliets, and as I look at my jelly bean plant, which I put in a pot this year, I love all these. The jelly beans are so delicious, of course, with a name like that. How could you go wrong? And I could take this cutting right here, would be perfect because it's big enough but not too big, doesn't have any tomatoes on it, doesn't have any flowers on it. It'll never miss the growth being cut, and I could cut it. I have a pot already. Let's see. And then there's that one, already has tomatoes on it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do is I'll go get my clippers and just clip. And this is what we call these suckers, where you've got this branching right here, and then this one just came up. So you don't actually really need this. It gets to be a lot of work to try and cut all those out. I know a lot of gardeners say cut them out, and I think, how do you have time to go and do that? There's so many things to do. But I think that's what I'm going to do. And then look at all these flowers I have on my jelly bean tomato plant. I'm going to really enjoy eating those. So I'm going to cut it right there. Alright, so I got my pot already. I got potting soil in here. Actually, you can use a mixture of garden soil if you want. I made a nice little hole because I'm going to put part of the stem in here. The more of the stem you can get in, probably the better, because it's kind of a shock to the plant, and it can develop roots all the way, on tomatoes anyway, all the way up. Whatever's in the ground, it can develop roots. And so now I'm going to go cut it. Alright, so I took my cutting, and when I did, I noticed that there were some small little flower buds on here. I mean, they're tiny, tiny. And I pinched them off, and I put the plant in here now. And what I'm going to do, I need to get it out of the sun. I may even put it in the air-conditioned house. It really doesn't need any sun now. It's just probably going to be feeling rather shocked soon. So that's my plan. I'm going to go put it in the house now.